Hey everyone, Ganymede here. I got stuck on Mega Man 5, and then I remembered that I hadn't put up a video in a while, so here we're coming back to Mickey Mania. A lot of you might recognize the level and wonder why I'm back here. I just wanted to answer a few unanswered questions that I had and that you might have had. First of all, first of which being, what happens if you outright skip the part where you scare off Steamboat Willie? What if you just go right past it, you don't encounter him? Well, the answer is... Stupid bird. The crate just flat out... What? Okay. Last time the crane just didn't show up, but... Alright, well that works. So I guess nothing really changes. I guess that's just an optional cutscene. Good to know. Moving on. Alright, our next section is also very familiar. You know, just standard... This is something a few of you viewers might have noticed last video, but just didn't comment on. Hold on for a second. Now that's a 1-up. I've played through the game, it's the only 1-up I've seen. Here's the thing, though. You can't get this 1-up. There's no way to, like, if you try to jump, you're a little bit too short and you land in the ocean. And, like, trust me, it's not just me. Like, I saved a state here for you guys. Here, hold on. Like, you can jump at it from every angle. You can, like, there are no additional platforms. And it begs the question, you know, why did they leave it in? Is it just like a... I mean, you can get to it if you jump right on the edge, but even then, you fall into the ocean. Like, there's no alternate outcome. There's no... I don't think there's a way to time it so that the crane swings back around, to my knowledge. I'll try it, but I don't think there's a way. I freaking did it. I don't know how, but I got that bottom box to respond. Look at this. Look at... I don't know how that works. To the best of my knowledge, this was an unretrievable 1-up, but... I mean, I guess there is a way. Like, it took me a lot of... It took me save stating is what I had to do to get it, and to get that respawn to happen. So I guess if you're a ballsy kid and you want to test your luck, then, you know, go for it, by all means, but I wouldn't recommend it. Let's move on to the actual LP. Alright, and we're back. I skipped the puzzle part. Every time you fail to beat... my apologies. Every time you fail to beat the Mad Doctor, you're made to redo the potion puzzle, which is really just more tedious than anything, because the only threat is that bat, and he's never too much of a threat. So let's try this again. So same thing as before, we're just going to try to hit him with the marbles and avoid the pattern. He'll always throw one, well, he won't always throw one long, but he likes to throw them at different trajectories, and if you can get over into this corner, sometimes it's the safest bet, because a lot of them will bounce off of the upper wall, but as you can see, even then I'm still getting hit, so maybe not the best strategy. Gonna bypass him, try to get some health here. You can bounce off his head, too, I just realized. Oh, come on, stay alive. And that does it. That's the Mad Doctor, ladies and gentlemen. Not too bad, if you can take a few hits and collect health. And we get Pluto. He'll be joining us for the next level, which is... Well, after a little victory message there, our next level is... Correct, it's Moose Hunters from 1937. I know you're all avid Mickey Mouse fans and guessed that correctly, so of course there's no need to tell you, but I figure, you know, for clarity's sake, I'll mention it at least. Alright, now here's the unique thing about this level. It's not the things... Well, it is the things in this level, but it's not the enemies in this level. It's the level itself that wants to kill you. Prime example right there. Gotta love the music, though. Now, I have suffered through... Hold on just a moment, I need to clear my throat. Whew, sorry about that, people. Anyway, I have suffered through the many trials this level has to offer, whilst doing my trial runs. Branch. One of which is the moose. you'll want to watch out for the moose, just because he'll mess you up. If you're not vigilant, if you're not paying attention to... You're too slow! If you're not paying attention to Pluto, sometimes it's really easy to miss him pointing out the moose. Also, when in doubt, just go really slow, because there will be tree branches everywhere, there will be falling rocks everywhere. This level wants you dead, and it will not rest until you are dead. So here's a moose, there was a tree branch over there. It's remarkable that I haven't gotten hit yet, I will say that much. On a normal run, I would have gotten hit so much by now, and here comes the moose, and yeah, see, there you go. Jinxed it. But, it's a really hard level, and you know, playing it for the first time, it was... Oh, shoot, I hope I can get to the end. If I can't, I'll of course skip all the parts that we've been past until here. I remember there was a big... No, okay. Whew! It's, it's nerve-wracking, I tell you what. Yep, thought so. Whoa! And that is Moose Hunter Mickey walking around in his bush camouflage. And that means that we're on to the next section, where I'm almost certainly going to die because I only have one hit remaining. He has also found a moose, and we now switch to a sort of a... You know, I talk about Mode 7 a lot, but I'm gonna have to look up some specs and tell you what it is. I'm pretty sure it's being used here. I'm pretty sure we have a graphical glitch. Hold on just a moment. Let me see if I can fix this. My hope is that dying fixed it. I didn't want to have to give up a life on that section, but... You know what? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to switch to the Genesis version of this game. That is how determined I am to not have a graphical error in here after getting an audio glitch in my Mega Man run, Mega Man Legends, which you should also be watching. It's really fun. It's only intro and story right now, but it's going to get pretty cool. So hold on just a minute. Let me get the Sega Genesis version, and I'll meet you back here in a second. Well, hi. Oh, and my timer's not on screen. Hold on, let me, I can't get it back either. Well, that's troubling. But that's okay, because I've got the Genesis version here, and here's what we're going to try to do. Hold on a second. Whilst I tame the thing. Because I've never played the Genesis version, so I don't know what differences there are going to be, but I noticed a big one right off the bat that was really cool to me. Oh good, it's already on my settings. And I thought I would share it with you guys before we skip right to the second part of Moose Hunters. So, if you'll indulge me for just a moment. Test my controls out here a little bit too. Look at this! Oh man, it's awesome. You start out with the, POW, you know, you got the goat there, but, you know, you have, like, the film things on the side, and the whole thing just looks more cartoony. Like, I don't know what it is. It's a lot more crisp. I don't know which version I like better. I really don't. They both have good things going for them. This one looks a lot more like we just stepped into an old cartoon, but, I don't know, something about SNES graphics is kind of charming to me. Okay, so that's it for right now, and I'll get back to you when we get back to the moose section. Oh, I missed it. You got to see him actually saving Willie. He was kind of standing off to the side. It looked like he might have been operating the crane, so, saboteur? I do not know. We're in the castle. On Genesis, the skeletons explode in a pattern that's a lot more dodgeable, except for nearby staircases. So you can pretty much just, here, look, like run under when that happens and you're good. And of course now I'm getting chased, now that I mentioned it, but on a flat surface with a regular ceiling height, it's really easy to dodge. So, yeah, just thought I'd point that out. Everything else is pretty much par for the course. We still got the giant, improbable skeleton spiders. Not just improbable, sort of impossible, but, who am I to nitpick? I'll meet you back at the moose. Or, probably not, but somewhere in between. I already unpaused. The fireplace hurls stuff at you now. I'm okay with that. That's pretty cool, actually. I like that. See you soon. Hey, check this out. This is kind of nuts. You go in here. There's a 1-up up there. Hold on a sec, let me go back and see if I'm save stating because I'm very unfamiliar with this version, and also because I like to mess around with stuff like this. Okay, so you can actually bounce off of the saw blades in this one, which I don't know if that... Let me just confirm that that was in fact what happened, and I swear I'll stop wasting your time after this. Well, I'm gonna break that promise, probably, but yeah, you can just bounce off of them. I wouldn't recommend it unless you time it really well, because apparently you bounce into, you know, something undesirable every time, but that's pretty awesome. Neat little tidbit there, for those who are interested. I'll see you this is new. This appears a lot later in the game, but I've never seen this in the Mad Doctor's castle, so that's really weird to me that it's here. It appears like a lot like this appears like final level of the game. You're scaling a tower while it's, well, I'm not gonna give away too many details other than there's a tower, but this is just surreal for me, having you know, grown up with this game as a more or less a staple of my childhood, and to you know, just to see this is kind of blowing my mind, man. You know, it's crazy, it's wacky. That was a really lazy use of platforms back there to make an impromptu wall, but I don't care, it's wacky. They're allowed to do that, they're being wacky. I'm getting hit all over the place, it's so wacky. Let's try to land on this bat. Let's screw that up real bad. Yeah, I'm speechless. Not really, because a lot of people would be very happy if I were actually speechless for any given point in time, but that's not the case. I usually have something to say, and in this case, the something is, oh, what the fuck. So we're back in the Mad Doctor, presumably. Do I... Mine has not been an easy run of the Genesis game. That never happened before. Well, it probably did, I just don't remember. In all honesty, between that and the elevator, I'm pretty cool with the tower. I would take the tower over the elevator any day, just because it's entertaining. Elevator levels are just so overdone that it... Ow, how was I supposed to avoid that hit? Elevator levels are so overdone that it just gets, it gets tedious. It gets tedious. Whew, okay. The clock is still there, but it still doesn't look like it does much, so, there's Mickey looking up. Yeah, I really don't know what to make of the clock. I don't know what it does. Whatever. I'll see you guys whenever. Actually, you know what? We're probably just gonna end the video here, and, we'll call this a gimmick run. We'll call this video 1.5. They kept the elevator? I'll see you guys next time.